What's going on, everybody? I am back. It's been a minute. Sorry that it's been a minute. Had a lot going on. First couple weeks of school, football, all that nonsense. But we are going to get started. And what we're going to be doing through today is we are going to be going through every 2025 2026 starting quarterback. Well, there's 33 of them because there's one that's not decided yet. But we'll get to that in a minute. 32 of them, theoretically. And we're going to be ranking all of them from elite all the way down to very bad and then the side tier for the rookies. But we will get started in the AFC North. But first, before we do that, I do want to move the rookies to their sequential category. Here are all of our candidates. So we will be moving Cam Ward and Tyler Shuck into the rookies category as unproven yet. We haven't seen them play in the league, so I'm not going to bother ranking them based on what we saw in college. We're going to stop there, eliminate those two, and then actually rank everybody else. I don't think there's any more rookies on this list. I scanned it before I started this video. If I did miss someone, I'm going to feel like an idiot, but we'll get to that in a little bit. We will get started in the AFC North with Lamar Jackson. Terrible quarterback. Very bad. This is a guy, he's coming off of the second place in MVP voting. The year before that, he ends up winning MVP. His team's doing well in the playoffs, sans Mark Andrews. And overall, just top three quarterback in the league, arguably top two. Obviously, he's an elite player. I don't think there's really any debate to that. I guess you could say some people might put him in very good, but anybody that has him below very good is just blatantly wrong. Yes, he's not the most prolific passer in the world, but he's not designed to be this pocket passer who throws for 4,500 yards in a season. He's designed to throw for a nice little modest 3,500 and add on another 1,500 rushing to go bonkers in the regular season and then kind of collapse in the playoffs. But we don't talk about that part. Just talk about the regular season here. Playoffs don't exist because I'm a Saints fan, so playoffs don't exist anyways. We move on to the next team in the AFC North, the Cincinnati Bengals, and Joe Burrow. Now, when you look at a pure talent perspective, Joe Burrow is easily a current top 5 quarterback. And he is, in fact, in the same tier as Lamar Jackson. He's elite. Now, are they equal? No. But I think this is going to sound like me being political. The media displays it incorrectly because I think because of his defense and how he doesn't win games, it makes people think, oh, he must be bad. He doesn't win. Like he has 5,000 yards. Nobody cares. He's losing. He's playing amazing football. And yes, he has two good, very good wide receivers. He has a great running back in Chase Brown. He has a terrible O-line, but we'll get to that later. He has good skill positions. He's doing really well. But his team is losing because of his defense. So people say, oh, he's not as good. He's not on Lamar Jackson's tier. Mind you, Burrow has been to both a Super Bowl and an AFC Championship game in the last 4 years. Now, he didn't win in either of those 2 years. True that. But he didn't make it. Lamar's only made the AFC Championship game, like once, I think. And I think that was last year. No, 2 years ago. So I don't think that you can say that Lamar is definitively better just because he wins games more. Personal opinion. We move on to Aaron Rodgers of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if this was 2011 or 2020 or 2021, he would definitely be right here, if not higher. However, it's not. As you can tell by this very shell-shocked expression on Aaron Rodgers' face, he's not the same man as he was in 2011. And I think Rodgers is in a bit of a limbo, right? If you look at his stats, they're not as impressive, but he's older, so that can be forgiven. But with the injury year in 23, with the bad year in 2024, I can only give him a good, and that is giving him some slack. Because since 2022, he hasn't been that guy. The gray hairs are really starting to show. And don't get me wrong, there were some clips from the preseason game with the Panthers of him warming up pregame, and he looked pretty good. And it looked like he was getting back into the swing of things. Do not get me wrong. Will he lock in and be him? Doubtful, but we shall see. And lastly, to finish off the AFC North, we have Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, very good quarterback. I like him. He's a cool guy. I'm putting him in the same tier as Aaron Rodgers. This would make sense in like 2012, probably, but it also makes sense nowadays because Flacco had an amazing run in 2023, an adequate 2024 where he barely played, and now he's back at it in 2025. He's an old man, but he's a good old man. So hopefully he will end up doing well for the Browns. He's a nice guy, and his time with the Ravens was fun. So I also just like him, so he kind of gets a boost in his rating. Say love you. Move on to the AFC South and CJ Stroud. Again, is another good quarterback. I would probably put him in very good because I don't think you can put Aaron Rodgers and CJ Stroud in the same tier right now. And feasibly, Aaron Rodgers should not be on the same tier as Joe Flacco. But again, I'm giving some benefit of the doubt here. This is a very positively minded video. We're ranking everybody with some extra pep in their step. And CJ Stroud, despite the lack of offensive line, is a top 15 quarterback right now. I'm not gonna say top 10 necessarily, although he probably is, because it just depends on the week. Sometimes he decides to lock in. Sometimes he decides to throw for 500 yards in a game. Sometimes he decides to throw for like 120. You can't really pick one or the other. It just happens. So he's going to go in very good. He's definitely not elite, but he's definitely not just good and Aaron Rodgers level of quality. So again, honestly, seeing Aaron Rodgers this high is honestly kind of torturing me mentally. I don't think I can have him there without like constantly checking back because I just know it's wrong in my head. I have to put him in okay, and I cannot feasibly do anything else about that. Then we have Trevor Lawrence coming off an injury. Had a very good 2022, don't get me wrong. Had a very good beginning of 2023 before collapsing. Then he got injured with that really bad injury against the Texans. And you think to yourself, it's what, his fifth season now? You know, he's made the playoffs once, won a playoff game. What else? Like, what else has he done to be anything more than okay? Like, he's been a relatively prolific passer, but he is not the prince who was promised. Like, his promise is not working out. His promise is not correct when it comes to what they said he was going to be coming out of college. And it's honestly kind of sad to see because, you know, Trevor Lawrence, very talented in college, very good, but you really wish you could see more out of him in the leagues. Then we have a couple of pretty obvious ones. We have Daniel Jones, who's starting for the Colts. We know he's not good. We have Josh Allen. I wonder where the reigning MVP is going to go. Elite. We have Tua. This one's interesting. Tua is, when he is healthy, he is low-key in an elite tier. At the very least, very good. But because he's not healthy, I have to say good. He led the league in passing yards a couple years ago, and that was one of the years where he just wasn't injured. He was able to like make it through a season. He was mostly healthy, had no real problems, no concussions, and I think that has shown what he can do. Tua is if Trevor Lawrence was less just bad and more injury prone. It's kind of it's a weird way to describe it, but like Tua is if Trevor Lawrence was like better and more injury prone. It's in my head. It makes sense. I know it probably doesn't make sense to y'all, but in my head, it makes sense. I mean, Drake May, also good. I don't want to necessarily say that he's better than Aaron Rodgers already, but I think he's better than present day Aaron Rodgers because of what we saw out of him in New England. It's a pretty, I don't want to say uneventful rookie season, but like from the flashes we saw, the flashes were very good, and that makes me think that he's going to be very good. So I'm going to put him in good. Again, we're giving some benefit of the doubt here. Simple enough. Then we have Justin Fields, probably the most like gambling project in the entire NFL right now. He's going in okay. He's nothing more than okay. He is, don't get me wrong, he did receive an MVP vote like 3 years ago. So that means he must be good. However, he is not going any higher than okay. I cannot in good conscience put present day Justin Fields over present day Tua Tagovailoa. Anyways, we move on to Patty Mahomes. He has low-key been not good. Like, I know he won a ring 2 years ago and the year before that, but like his stats have been like less impressive. Don't get me wrong, they've been impressive, but they've just been like, okay. Like he hasn't really been an MVP favorite. He's just there, just like, hey guys, I'm in the Super Bowl again. Woohoo! So he's very good, but I don't think he's in that elite tier. Is he probably going to fight his way back? Yes, but I really just don't think that's where he lies, at least as of this moment. We move on to Herbo. Can't really do anything in the playoffs, but he is a very good quarterback. Definitely goes there, especially for fantasy value. Like, don't even get me started. We have Gino. Gino is like Gino is an unk. Gino is an unk that is more proficient than Rodgers, but less proficient than Flacco as of right now. Am I still dreaming of 2023 Joe Flacco? Yes, I am. But he's still good. Okay, he's okay. Will Pete Carroll revive Geno Smith? I sure hope so because that would be fun, but I doubt it. Bo Nix, another interesting one here. I don't really know. You can say, oh, he's okay. Okay rookie season, didn't really do that much. But I don't think that's a fair assessment. I think he is good. He led the Broncos to the playoffs, and to be blunt, he did get pancaked by the Bills. But that one touchdown that he threw was a really good touchdown. So kind of makes up for it, if I'm being honest. Simple as that. Nothing else I got to say. That one touchdown was enough. There you go. Now, I would like to analyze what this board looks like right now. We have gone through just the AFC. 12 minutes into this video. And as we can see, there are 6 quarterbacks in the very good or above tier, and only 1 in the bad or lower tier. Let's go through the NFC and see how that changes. We start with Jared Goff. I think he's definitely in that good tier. You can argue putting him in very good. I think his numbers show that, like statistically, but I don't think his performances necessarily feed into it. Like, you know how people say there's a difference between stats and actual performances? I think this is where Jared Goff lies. Like, if you watch the tape, he's good. Like, he went 18 for 18 in a game. I think it was last season. That was obviously very impressive. I don't know if it is his skill or simply how that offense was run that helped him, because beforehand, other than like 2018, he wasn't really rolling like that. Like, he had his years, but he's just kind of like adequate, and then you hit 2024, boom, he's here. But now, he's definitely on the very high end of good, or the very low end of very good, but it's debatable to say the least. Then we have Jordan Love. He will also go in the good tier, also above Joe Flacco. Very similar description to how I described Jared Goff, except younger and more prone to falling into his right guard. So, say lovey. Then we have Caleb Williams. Definitely okay. I don't think he really showed what we expected when it comes to his performance last year, but I don't think he like underperformed to a bad degree. I think it was a rookie season that was clearly a rookie season. But now with Ben Johnson and now with some more pieces around his offense, I think we could see an actual year of success. Now, does that mean a playoff appearance? Not necessarily. But I think for this team, success would be like 7 wins, 7 to 8 wins. I think that would be a successful year for them. Preferably 8. Well, as many as possible, but you get my point. I think 8 wins would be good job. And I have JJ McCarthy. Technically, he's not a rookie, so he can't go in the rookies area. But he's played 0 snaps of regular season football. And he's only played in the preseason. And don't get me wrong, he's looked good in the preseason. So I'm going to put him in okay, but can't really rank him. Like, I want to put him in rookies, but I know he's not technically a rookie, so it's weird to do. And I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it be. But for the moment, he goes in okay. We'll see how he does a few weeks into the season, but that's how that's going to stack up. Then we have Baker Mayfield, probably the best one we've seen so far. Yes, people talk, oh, he just throws checkdowns. Oh, he's boring. I don't care if he just throws checkdowns. He also throws an amazing deep ball. And yes, he has really good receivers in Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. That's the only reason his stats are so good. Like, I hate stats nerds who say that stuff because I'm a stats nerd. And I don't care if 99% of his completions are to Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. He's still throwing the ball really well. He threw for like 4,200 yards last season. Mayfield passing yards 2024. He threw for 4,500 yards. Exactly. He threw for exactly 4,500 yards. Not 4501, just exactly 4,500 yards. So, yeah, he did pretty well for himself, even if it was just checkdowns. He did, 4,500 yards worth. So, I would say that that's a pretty impressive season if I don't, unless I'm crazy. Bryce Young, he looks like 40 in his picture for some reason. He's way older than his original picture. He's like odd because he is good, but his team is not. So I'm going to put him in okay. I think he is solid for what he is doing, and he had that moment of aura last season where he went like he was dropping back, he threw it, and as the ball was going, he just. And that's enough aura for me to quantify him at least being in okay. So that's where I'm going to put him. Now we have Michael Penn. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to make the joke. He has a very normal name with no weird parts to it. Michael Penix Jr. Again, did really well last season. He just barely missed the playoffs with an okay Falcons team. I'd put him in good as well. It's debatable, yes, but I think a lot of these young guys are going to be impressive for years to come. So one can, well, actually, I don't like the Falcons, so I don't know why I'm saying one can hope. It'll be cool to watch, but I hope he doesn't do well just for the sake that he plays for the Falcons. But he is pretty good, so I can't deny that he is, in fact, a good quarterback. Then we have Spencer Rattler. Now, probably the quarterback I know the most about as a Saints fan, and getting all the reels in my feed talking about Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuckin. Spencer Rattler is a quarterback who has the skill, but doesn't always seem like he has the will. Like every time he messes up a drive, he'll always come back kind of deflated. Doesn't really have the same pop to him. And like if you get him going early and he goes well, okay, he's got some flair. But he just can't get it going once he gets down in his own head. And I think that gets him. So I'm gonna put him in okay as well. Again, nothing to really say that he's bad like in Daniel Jones yet, but nothing really to say that he's much more than okay yet. Then we have Jaden Daniels. I think we can agree that he's at the very least and very good, if not in the elite tier. I think he's a little too young before we get to elite yet. Because you know that clip of like Shannon Sharp? I think it's Shannon Sharp. He's like, who's the best quarterback in the NFC?
Say it! It's a rookie! Say it! Say it! Get it out the system! Say it! Say it, man!
Man, there's a kid in Washington.
Say it. No, it's Stephen A. Smith. Say it. There's this kid in Washington. It's a great clip. There's so many edits for it. It's really, really nice. I think that you can, in fact, make the argument that he is in the elite tier. And the more that I sit here and think about it, like as of this moment, I would 100% have Jaden Daniels over 3 of the 4 quarterbacks in very good. Mahomes, would I say I would prefer New Orleans to have Mahomes or Jaden Daniels? Man, I would say Jaden Daniels. I don't know, man. Like, I want to say Mahomes, but you know I don't like him. But like, I just have to say Jaden Daniels, man. I don't know. I'm putting Jaden Daniels in elite, and then we get to the most controversial person on this list. I would say Jalen Hurts. A lot of people debate where Jalen Hurts should be. So I would definitely have Jalen Hurts over all the people in good. Get that out of the way. I would take Jalen Hurts over Justin Herbert. I would take Jalen Hurts over CJ Stroud. I would take Jalen Hurts over Patrick Mahomes. Baker. I would take him over Baker, if I'm being honest. Does that necessarily put him in elite? He won a Super Bowl. Won Super Bowl MVP. Like, I'm still thinking about this as I'm making this video. Like, I don't know if I want to put him here, or if I want to put him here. Like, I don't know, man. By the way, unless I specifically put them there, there's no hierarchy to this. Like, if I just put them at the end of the line, it doesn't mean they're last in their section unless I specifically put them there. Like, Love and Goff are in the right order. But everything above very good is not. I'm going to put him at the bottom of elite. I don't care. Like, I wouldn't say he's necessarily worse than any of these guys. It just depends on the situation. But I would definitely say that he is one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. We can roll through the rest of them. They're not all that complicated. We got Dak Prescott, pretty injured, not great. Here we go. I'll put him in good because he is a good quarterback when he's not hurt. Russell Wilson will go in the exact same category because he's looked cool during spring training and all the other stuff. Spring training? Was this baseball? the preseason. Jeez Louise. Matt Stafford also goes in this tier because he is, in fact, still good. Brock Purdy is injured, so Kyler Murray is also injured because he doesn't play all the time. But I think he's in okay anyways because he's just not him. And then Sam Darnold is the one I actually want to talk about. Sam Darnold is like, we saw regular season Sam Darnold. I said like 20 minutes ago, we only talk about regular season here. And if we're saying regular season Sam Darnold, he is, in fact, right there. I would put him there after just last season. But I would like to give him another year to prove himself. So he will, in fact, be going in the good tier. I'm not going to be ordering any of the rest of these other than the few that I already have ordered. Like, I don't think there are any quarterbacks in the league who are starting that are very bad. I would not say any of these quarterbacks are very bad. I would say that they are all at least bad. All but one of them are at least okay. And most of them are good or better. I think the quarterback talent we see today is some of the best we've had in years. Before the time of like every team has like, or there's like 6 big quarterbacks, Manning, Rodgers, Brady, and like 2 other guys. I think this is one of the most elite times to have a quarterback. And it's something that every team focuses on and every team needs. So I find this very impressive. But what I was talking about earlier, notice there were 6 AFC quarterbacks who made the top 2 tiers. There were 3 NFC quarterbacks who made this. Now, there were also an equal amount who made the good tier, and more made the okay tier. But my point still stands. The AFC is much more stacked than the NFC is. I will say that at the very least. So, anyways, make sure you all have a good day, good evening, good night, good morning, good dawn, good dusk, whatever. I've gone through all these quarterbacks. I'm sorry that this video is so long. I'm tired, but my bad, guys. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Make sure to let me know down in the comments down below. See you next time. Whenever I get around to making more content, I'm out of time. I just find what time I can to make these for you guys. I'm sorry that the quality hasn't been as good. Like, it's only 9 o'clock, and I already feel like it's like midnight, dude. I want to go to bed. So make sure you have a good day, good evening, good night, good morning, good dawn, good dusk, whatever. Make sure to watch any former or future videos on the channel. Jaden Daniels is the best quarterback in the NFC.